Okay, good evening. Today is Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. We are now at 6:45, and we are going to begin the Appointments Committee meeting. The meeting can also be viewed on FATV. The meeting is open to the public. Persons who wish to participate remotely in the public forum portion of the meeting may request a remote attendance link. We have not gotten any, nor when we have a few people in the audience. So we're going to take up the first appointment, a reappointment to the Planning Board, term to expire January 1st, 2026. Alex Lopez.
Alex, yes.
Come up to the podium.
Hi, good evening, council team.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez, for appearing tonight. Tell us about your experience in the planning board.
I've had a wonderful experience volunteering and be able to help the city develop new business and seeing changes in our community. I think it's been fulfilling in its own right.
Excellent. Well, you definitely have done a phenomenal job. Councillor Green?
Yes, I'd like to say that Alex and his family are well-respected members of our community and wish them much continued success. I'm glad that you're willing to continue to serve on the board, so I'm happy to nominate for that appointment.
Councilor Di Natale?
Yeah, for this, it's, there's no hesitation for me, only because your experience counts greatly for me. I've watched you in the meetings. I've watched all the members in the meetings. And if you still want to continue doing this job, with the experience that you have, it's so hard to find people interested in these positions because they're not paid. They're long meetings. I commend you guys for that because I'd run out. I don't know how you sit there that whole time. But that shows to me your dedication, because I don't have that kind of dedication. Your dedication for something like that shows you're passionate and you're interested in those matters. And basically, I don't want to lose you. So if you're willing to continue doing it to the level that you've been doing it, there's no hesitation for me to support you. And that goes for most other members of any board or commission that want to continue serving the city on a voluntary basis and spending a lot of hours putting the work in. I mean, it's an invaluable quality to have, and we would be hard pressed to let it go. So we need to keep you here. I want you to stay, and I support you, and thank you for wanting to serve another term.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second motion. And a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Councillor Fleming, your vote?
I said aye.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I apologize. So it's unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Thank you so much.
All right. Our next appointment is to a reappointment to the Planning Board, term to expire January 1st, 2026. Tracy McGrath. Yes, sir. Please.
Obviously, I'm not Tracy. Mike O'Hara, 286 St. Joe's.
Hi, Mike.
Until recently, I served members of the board until last Friday, but I just wanted to point out this was a little bit, or explain, this is a little bit different situation because Tracy, okay, almost a month ago, we tried to have a planning board meeting in this room. There was a gas leak. We had to send everybody home. Never started anything. We were trying to get, rather than push every item from that agenda off until the next monthly meeting and have a really long agenda, we tried to have a special meeting during the month of January. Just didn't work out. We'll look. We'd asked the mayor's office to make an emergency appointment so that Tracy, currently an associate member, could be bumped up to be a full, so she'd be a voting member. It just never worked out. But I can say for the 3 years that Tracy has been on as an associate member, she's been to almost every planning board meeting. But it's kind of those odd positions. You're there, you're participating, you can't vote, because that's what this 40A, the zoning statute, says. Only if another member is absent and only in the case of special permits.
Councilor Green.
Yes, so Mr. O'Hara, so are we So is she leaving the associate position and moving right onto the planning board?
Correct.
Okay, all right, perfect.
And honestly, that's how a fair number of full planning board members have tried out the planning board first.
Okay.
As an associate member. Paul Jr., many others. See it, try it out, and see if it's for you. Tracy is sticking her neck out and wanting to be a full voting member.
Okay.
Councilor Di Natale.
Is Tracy replacing someone else who's a full voting member?
Laura O'Kane, who
Oh,
was
yes, that's right, okay.
served for 3 or 4 terms.
Yeah,
but
she's been
Laura
for a
had-
while.
Laura's on the FRA now.
Yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Okay, great,
But Tracy is, I can attest, perfectly good replacement.
great.
Motion to approve, oh,
Kutcher?
Oh, excuse me, sorry, Councilor Squalia, go right ahead.
Thank you. I spoke with Planning Board Member Fontaine about Tracy McGrath, and he said that she is an excellent member and fully supports her, and fully supports her for this appointment as well.
Excellent, okay.
motion to approve.
So we have a motion to approve?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, it's unanimous. Next is another reappointment to the Planning Board, term to expire January 1st, 2028. Paul Fontaine, Jr.
We know that we had received information that he was not going to be able to be in attendance, but he's been a long-serving member of this board and fully support him continuing to serve.
Yes, Councilor Di
Yeah,
Natale.
Mr. Fontaine has an immense record. I don't know if he's been there the longest. I think Paula might be. They're very close, but him being on that planning board is invaluable, and I'm glad that he wants to continue doing it. He's a major asset.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement.
Motion to approve. Oh,
Okay, Councilor Squalia, sorry.
Thank you. Yes, Planning Board Member Fontaine is always extremely helpful, reaches out, just purposely reaching out to help share information about things that are going on with the Planning Board. He is an immensely helpful member of the Planning Board, and I fully support his appointment.
motion to approve.
Motion?
I already made the motion, so I guess I'll second.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and second. All those approved?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. It's unanimous. All right, next is a reappointment for the Fitchburg Redevelopment Authority, term to expire July 1st of 2024. Charles Karen.
Doom, doom, doom.
Mr. Karen, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm
Good
excellent.
to see you. Okay, yeah, Councilor Di Natale.
Same things said earlier about other members. Charlie's been an invaluable asset to the city, with the FRA especially. Charlie, what do you envision as the top priorities of the FRA right now in terms of properties that we want to get off your hands and into private investors or what have you? And I'm specifically thinking of Snow Street, that lot that I think you've already, 49 Snow Street, that I think you guys have already transferred over.
Yep.
Are there other properties that are on the?
There's still a couple properties. We still have got the one on Main Street that used to be the Johnsonia.
Yep.
We're working with getting an RFP out for that and stuff like that. I think you're going to like what's going on with that. We're also looking at some other buildings on Main Street and trying to get a few from the city to start working on. The only thing that's holding us up right now is our 2040 plan has still not gone through the state and still not been approved.
Okay.
So we can't buy anything and I can't sell anything until that gets through.
And does the board have any idea when that is?
They just sent it out to the state, and we're waiting to see back if we missed anything, if we have to fill out anything to redo it again. But I think we're close. We're really close.
Thank you. Again, the board is well served with Charlie on it, and so is the city, so I wholeheartedly endorse his reappointment.
I know Mr. Karen very, 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 very well. I'm pleased to see that he's going to be reappointed, and I look forward to more great work that you've been doing. Councilor Squalia.
Thank you. Yes, Charlie Karen is a fantastic member of the Fitchburg Redevelopment Authority. I appreciate his knowledge and experience very much, and he's always been very helpful, knowledgeable, and good outreach whenever I've ever had questions. So fully support his appointment.
Thank you.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And it is unanimous.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Thank you.
Charlie?
All right, new appointments, special police officers to the Fitchburg Police Department, Sergeant Michael Turner and Officer Elijah Weiss. Good evening, Chief. How are you today?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, City Councilors. It's my pleasure to present these two officers from Fitchburg State for consideration this evening to be appointed as special police officers for the city of Fitchburg. As the council is well aware, for the past several years, we've formed a relationship with Fitchburg State officers that we are now swearing them in as specials in the city. This is advantageous not only to the city of Fitchburg, but to Fitchburg State University having this type of collaborative effort. What it brings to the city of Fitchburg is fully trained police officers that are academy trained, have post-certification that can assist the city of Fitchburg Police Department in times of need, not only on extra details, but on a whole host of stuff. We rely on each other to back each other up several times a day. So it's a great relationship we have with Fitchburg State, and I look forward to you approving their appointments as specials this evening.
Thank you very much, Chief. Councilor Di Natale.
Hey, Chief, is there a law on the books that requires individual officers to be appointed as special police officers? Or I had some constituents ask me last week, why doesn't just there a blanket approval that anyone who's on the Fitchburg State University force is by default a special police officer for the city? Or, like, are there some officers on the force at FSU that aren't and some that are? Is it an elective choice on their part? What?
Sure. It's specifically outlined in city code, in our own legislation, that in order to get that title as a special police officer, it has to go through the appointments and through full city council approval. The advantage is having them as specials. Let me back up a little bit. Where we rely on mutual aid from other agencies, similar to Leominster, Lunenburg, when we're calling on mutual aid, we're working under a relationship we have through the Central Mass Chiefs of Police Council, CEMLAC, where we can rely on them. And I can call Leominster into Fitchburg on mutual aid, and they have the same full authority as my officers. Fitchburg State is a slightly different animal, where they work in the city, but having that special title gives them the same thing as mutual aid, but 24/7. So they are sworn police officers, for lack of a better term, in the city of Fitchburg. And primarily we use them for, like I said, for backing our officers up, especially in the college area. It's a force multiplier up there on sudden evenings up at the university, but also gives these gentlemen the opportunity to work extra paid details in the city, where they can go out and do traffic details if they so choose. So it's something that we established probably 8-10 years ago, and we try to make it a point that every time a new police officer comes on board at Fitchburg State, we get them that special title.
So are there any other officers at Fitchburg State that aren't special police officers as of now?
Currently, I believe this will bring them up to, their staffing is low, just like everybody else's, but this should bring them up to where they're all sworn specials in the city.
Got it. Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Welcome
you, gentlemen.
aboard.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you.
And the last appointment is trustee of Public Library, term to expire January 12th of 2026, Sabrina Hawley Williams. Good evening. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Excellent.
So I guess I have about over 20 years' experience in libraries, library serving, a variety of academic libraries, special libraries, serving the public in some facility as well. And I've lived in Fitchburg for 16 years. I used to have a long commute to Boston, so couldn't really afford to have time to really do much in the community. I now work remotely from home, so it's giving me a lot of time back that I hope to be able to use to work in the community and be more involved.
Councilor Green.
I want to just commend your efforts, and I know that the library has a big push for their fundraiser to get the new library up and running.
Yep.
I think we're $3 million they're looking to raise, so it's attainable. It's a lot of work, but I commend the effort that you and the whole team there are doing to save our library. It's it's a huge asset for our community. So keep up the good work, and happy to have you back on board.
Councilor Squalia.
Thank you, Councilor Kuchar, and thank you, Sabrina, for offering to serve on our Library Board of Trustees. It's nice to see you. I've interacted with you many times. Thank you for serving in this role. This is an exciting time to be a part of the Library Board of Trustees with our new library expansion and renovation. So if you ever have any questions or any issues, if there's anything any one of us counselors can ever help you with, please don't hesitate to reach out. And any one of us, I'm sure, would be happy to help. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, do we have a
Motion to approve.
Motion. We have a motion and a second?
Yep.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, it's unanimous.
Move adjourned.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are stand adjourned.